Tyrion Lannister, the witty imp, the clever outcast, the broken man who rose to power with nothing but his mind. On the surface, he's the same in both the show and the books, but dig deeper, and you'll discover two very different Tyrions. One is charming and tragic. The other is darker, bitter, and far more dangerous. So today, we're breaking down the real Tyrion Lannister from page to screen and why the version we got on HBO only tells half the story. In the Game of Thrones show, Tyrion is the fan favorite. He's clever, sarcastic, a drinker with a heart of gold. He's the comic relief, but also the voice of reason. From slapping Joffrey to outwitting Cersei, he's always one step ahead. And Peter Dinklage? Brilliant. No question. His performance defines the role. But if you've only seen the show, you've only seen the polished Tyrion, the one cleaned up for audiences. The Tyrion in George R. Martin's books is far more complex and far less noble. Let's start with Tyrion's inner darkness, which the show only hints at. In the books, Tyrion is deeply insecure, often bitter, and obsessed with how the world treats him. He's not just witty, he's angry, resentful, especially toward women, knights, and his family. He wants power not just to survive, but to hurt the people who mocked him. His mind is his weapon, yes, but it's also his shield, his poison, and sometimes his prison. Now, remember that speech from the show? I drink and I know things. Classic. But book Tyrion? He drinks a lot more, and with far less control. He's a self-destructive alcoholic, especially after the death of Shae and Tywin. He spirals into nihilism. In A Dance with Dragons, he literally thinks, I am the monster they all believe me to be. He even fantasizes about murder. This isn't the quirky, good guy we loved in Season 1. This is a man falling apart and loving it. And let's talk about Shae. In the show, she seems to love Tyrion. Her betrayal feels tragic, almost confusing. But in the books, it's very clear she never loved him. Tyrion knows it. He pays her. He keeps her like a possession. And when she testifies against him, it's not just betrayal. It's a brutal, humiliating reminder that he was fooling himself all along. And when he strangles her, in the books, it's not tender. It's not tragic. It's cold, deliberate murder. And he feels no regret. That moment matters, because it marks the turning point. From here on, Tyrion becomes something darker. He goes east, not just to survive, but to hide from himself. He joins a group of Sells-words, kills without hesitation, and begins playing dangerous games with young Griff, a possible Targaryen heir, manipulating a potential war just to stay relevant. In short, book Tyrion doesn't just survive. He schemes, and he becomes someone you might not even like. Now let's compare that to the show's version of Tyrion in later seasons. After Season 4, Tyrion slowly becomes less sharp. He gives bad advice, makes obvious mistakes. His once brilliant strategies, like defending King's Landing, fade into awkward moments like, let's hide in the crypts from the undead. Really? He goes from playing chess against Tywin and Varys to fumbling through Daenerys' campaign. It feels like the show didn't know what to do with him anymore. He becomes comic relief again. Or worse, a background advisor. His story ends not with a masterstroke, but with a shrug. Let's give Bran the throne. In contrast, book Tyrion's story isn't even over yet. And Martin has made it clear. Tyrion's arc will continue evolving, and possibly in directions that make us uncomfortable. He's not destined to be King's Hand, or a hero. He's destined to walk a much darker, much more human path. So in the end, Tyrion in the show is a man you admire. But Tyrion in the books? He's a man you understand. He's a survivor, a strategist, a broken soul who wears wit like armor. But behind it, there's pain, rage, and ruthless ambition. One version made us laugh. The other makes us think. And both remind us that in the Game of Thrones, even the cleverest players are not always the noblest. So, that was the real Tyrion Lannister. Not the one from the show, but the one from the books. A character as brilliant as he is broken, as cunning as he is conflicted. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your fellow Thrones fans, and subscribe for more hidden truths and dark theories from Westeros. And tap the bell icon, so you never miss an episode. Because when you play the Game of Thrones, you watch or you miss.